McDaniel out. Daboll seemingly out. So what's the plan for the Eagles? This is the giant question. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, kick dig back here. So the Eagles look like they've lost out on their top two offensive coordinator candidates, McDaniel and Daboll. And you have to ask the question, what the hell is going on? Is this team really have an offensive coordinator vacant position that people seem to think is an unattractive position? Or is it just not worked out the way the Eagles want so far? That doesn't mean that we can't find the right candidate. It doesn't mean that he's not out there. But the Eagles, they've lost out on their top two guys, and you've got to wonder, what is going on and what is the plan? Now, I know a lot of people are going to panic. I know a lot of people are going to say, this is Jalen Hurts' fault. This is A.J. Brown's fault. This is that guy, Nick Sirianni's fault. I don't know. All I can tell you is I don't think we are told everything that is going on with this team. I don't think we've got enough information. I think you got a lot of people getting blamed, a lot of bullets being fired all over the place. And right now, the Eagles have to get an offensive coordinator. They have to get a guy that can come in and get this offense going. They're too talented on offense for this job to seem unattractive. But that's all we're hearing, okay? That's what people are saying. It's an unattractive job. Nobody wants the position. I don't know if I believe that at all, okay? First off, I don't know if I believe it at all. However, I think we've heard a ton of different rumors. We've heard a ton of different guys get the blame. And I really don't, I honestly can tell you, I don't know what the hell is going on with this team. And like, who is really at fault for some of the struggles that they've had offensively. A.J.Brown, is he even going to be back? Is that a reason why people are looking and saying, well, you're going to trade A.J.Brown, so it's not the same offense that has been in years past? I don't know. But we're hearing that McDaniel, he's out. Obviously, he took the job with the Chargers. So some people are saying he took the job with the Chargers because he wanted to be in California, this, that, and the other. I don't know. He did meet with the Eagles. Here's what Jeff McClain wrote, okay? And I know we're just jumping right into this mother humper, but Jeff McClain wrote this. He said, with Mike McDaniel heading to the Chargers and signs increasingly pointing to Brian Daboll towards the Bills head coaching job or the Titans offensive coaching job. Now, we'll talk about that in a minute. As Dianna Russini reported, the Pound Eagles will have missed out on two of their top offensive coordinator candidates and two of the top names around the league. The Eagles met with McDaniel virtually, as E.J. Smith 94 said, per league sources. It wasn't a formal interview, but it was an in-depth conversation. McDaniel and Daboll would have been given autonomy over the offense, sources said. There are a few remaining candidates that would have leverage to get that kind of authority, but that doesn't mean Nick Sirianni won't hand over the offense depending upon the coach. The Eagles have cast a large net, one seemingly larger than McDaniel and Daboll. Unlikely, and the process will continue. So, oh man, it's frustrating. And E.J. Smith wrote this. To close the loop on Mike McDaniel and the Pound Eagles, McDaniel interviewed with the organization virtually this week, according to multiple league sources. Not in person, but the team did have contact with him before McDaniel decided to take the Chargers' offensive coordinator job. So the Eagles talked to him before he took the job. Maybe he said, here's the offer, you want to match it? I don't know. But the Eagles have lost out on two candidates. And I'll tell you what, if you're into collecting like cards and stuff, you don't want to miss out on this offer. You know, growing up, I was obsessed with baseball cards, football cards. I would use every penny, every allowance dollar to go out and buy cards so I could be ripping them at the card shop, just praying for that one big hit, that one big card. Man, I wish we had something like this back when I was growing up, and I'm talking about Fanatics Live. And thanks to today's sponsor, Fanatics Live, this is honestly the most fun, easiest way to get back into collecting. I think I'm going to be doing it. Even if you're just starting out, it's 24/7 live streaming where you can jump in and rip packs with your host right on screen. They've got instant rips. Every digital pack you buy has a real professionally graded card inside. You see the floor and the ceiling value before you even hit buy. Then bam! The host rips it live for you. The card shows up instantly in your collection. From there, you can keep it, have it sent to you, or you could sell it right back to them for credit. All right, I feel like giving it a try, so let's rip. Now, the host, he's going to open it for me, and I got Isaac Bruce. Okay, I'll take that. 1994 Isaac Bruce, near mint condition. And the best part, for new users, you get a free Instant Rips pack graded card inside just for downloading the app and joining your first stream. So if you want to feel that childhood thrill like me, or you're already collecting or you want to get into it, hit the link in the description, download the Fanatics app, and come rip with me. First pack is on them. Let's go. Link down below, and I'll see you in the stream. So yes, my number one candidate, the guy I wanted to get, Mike McDaniel, he is out. He took the Chargers job, and then for many of you guys, Brian Daboll was the guy that you guys wanted. He's not 100% out, let's just be clear, but it's seemingly sounding like he's going to get that Bills head coaching job, or he's going to take the Titans offensive coordinator spot, which I don't know. I don't find that to be more attractive than the Eagles, but it is what it is. So we're left with the Zac Robinsons, the Mike Kafkas, Jim Bob Cooter, Bobby Slowik, Josh Grizzard, and then whoever else the Eagles can find. The Eagles are gonna have to do their homework. They're gonna have to dig down deep and find the right guy. Maybe there's a guy out there on a team, maybe off of the Rams coaching staff, maybe off of, the Seahawks coach. I don't know. One of these coaching staffs that have a good offense, that could actually come in and maybe, build a reputation, So we'll have to see. One name we haven't heard a lot about is Cliff Kingsbury. Where is Cliff Kingsbury in all this? The Eagles had interviewed him before. Did they not like him and they don't have any desire or what? But I mean, he could be an interesting name that I think that would actually help the Eagles. And if we base who they're going to hire based on the list that we have, I got to tell you, my guy right now, it would be Bobby Slowik. If McDaniel and Daboll are out, then to me, Bobby Slowik would be the guy I go after. And I know, not everybody likes him or thinks much of him, but here's a guy that had some success with Stroud in Houston. He went to Miami, and he spent time with McDaniel, kind of seeing how he does things. Who knows what he learned from him. He could be an interesting name, and I would not mind, the Eagles giving him an opportunity based upon the list that we have right now. We'll see what other names shake free, but I just find it weird. Like, why is this not an attractive? You know what I mean? Why would the Eagles not be an attractive destination for somebody to take an offensive coordinator job? I know that they're saying Nick is willing to give up the offense, control to guys. Maybe he was going to give it to McDaniel, and maybe he was going to give it to Daboll. And look, as far as Daboll goes, if he gets a head coaching job with the Bills, I can't blame him, okay? And then as far as McDaniel goes, he goes to the Chargers. I mean, you'll never play a home game, but that's all right. You'll be the Chargers, and you'll be choking in the first round of the playoffs. It is what it is. But why is that a more attractive destination? Is it just because of the area? He wants to go live in California? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I don't think that the Eagles' offensive coordinator job is as unattractive as we're hearing. Okay, the only reason to me that it would be is that there's issues that we've heard rumors about and stuff that somebody just doesn't want to deal with, or Nick isn't giving full control. If he's not giving full control to a guy like Bobby Slowik, then he might not take the job. Kingsbury too. McDaniel definitely. Daboll definitely. So to me, the question is what's the real offer? What are the Eagles offering, and what's the issue? Okay, we know there's issues on this team. We know, okay, we don't know exactly what it is. Everybody has their beliefs and their rumors. Some people think it's Jalen Hurts and that he can't do certain things offensively, and he's not the guy that people think he is, or stuff like that. People blame Hurts. I don't blame Hurts. I don't believe that. People blame A.J.Brown and the stuff with him that happened. Well, he could be gone. Others blame Nick Sirianni and him wanting to control the offense. So, yeah, I don't know. But if you're an offensive coordinator, if you're a guy that's an offensive coordinator, the Eagles, they consistently get offensive coordinators. If they have any success with Philly, you are hired for a head coaching job immediately. So why would that not be attractive? If you go to Philly, you have a good year with the Eagles, and they go to the Super Bowl, you're going to get a head coaching job. They love to pluck our coordinators. So I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I think there's way more to it than we know. And I don't think we've heard it. I think we hear, well, it's Hurts' fault, it's Brown's fault, it's Nick's fault. I'm not here to cast blame on anybody. I'm just saying I don't think we know the full truth, and there's got to be something, because to me, the Eagles are a team that if you tweak this roster the right way, just tweak it the right way this offseason, they're going back to the Super Bowl. They're a Super Bowl contender. That should be a very attractive spot for anybody. So we got to find out what the hell's going on. Now, just a quick announcement. I will be going back to our morning live streams starting next week. We're taking a little break this week, and then we're going to hit that Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we'll be back on that schedule next week. Of course, we're streaming both games this week, both games. And, so look for that. But I don't think anything can happen good until this team goes out there and gets a coordinator. And when I say good is, how am I supposed to talk about what offensive linemen they should be getting? Or if they're going to go right tackle, or if they're going to go, what are they going to do with A.J. Brown? We have no idea who the offensive coordinator is. We have no idea what kind of control he's going to have. And to me, right now, you've got to get this, and you got to get it right quick. With that said, Denzel, sorry, that's the wrong one. With that said, take care. I'll talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat, remember. It's Howie vision. Maybe it's Nick vision. And we're all just living in it. Dude, I never thought the Cowboy fans could get more annoying than watching them watch playoff teams lose in the playoffs. Every game, I put Mark Holmes a couple times. Every time I put him on, just to check in, it's, Josh Allen didn't win. He's a choker in the playoffs. Oh, look at C.J. Stroud's a choker. You see, Dak is this, Dak is that. Dude, why do you hold those guys responsible for losing the playoffs? But your boy Dak, it's everybody else's fault. I ain't buying that Cowboys crap. Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.